Hello, 5th grade. So today now we are going to take that converging line practice that we've done and we're going to implement it into a name. Or it could just be 2 words. So it can be a name, first and middle, first and last, or it can be just 2 words that you want to do. And you can do them in bubble letters, but they kind of have rounded edges, or you can do it in block letters. Or I have a handout with lots of different style fonts that you could do them in as well. And in this handout, if you're not sure how to do bubble letters, it's near the back. It says bubble letters at the top. It shows you how to do it. You print the letter and then you go around it with your pencil, and then you would, of course, erase the letter that's inside. And then block letters are on the back of that page. And see, it says block letters. And they kind of use a rectangle to help block out the letters. It's completely up to you. And you can even fancy them up and add designs and embellish the letters too to make it really cool. So the way that you're going to start is you're going to get a piece of paper. I do have a handout that kind of walks you through the steps. This 4th step is optional. If you can figure it out, you can do it. But honestly, to step 3 is what I've done here, and that's good enough for me. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick 2 words or 2 names, and you want to put a light line horizontal across your paper, and this is where the letters are going to fit top to bottom. And then you're going to do that same line at the bottom of your paper, and this is the bottom word top to bottom, bottom here at the bottom of the paper, top up to the line. So I'm going to show you how to do block and bubble letters both. If you wanted to do a font like this, you couldn't just draw it. So you couldn't just, if I do the L here, you couldn't just do this and be done. You would have to fatten it up and go back around and make it a thick line for it, or in order for it to work. So, of course, you need to write your name and the day you have our day A to B or C on the back. So we got these lines. So I think I will do, I'll do my first name and my last name. So what you have to think about is how many letters are in the name. So my first name is Denise, D-E-N-I-S-E. So there's 6 letters. So I know here's the halfway point. 3 letters go here, 3 letters go here. That's how I space that out. So the 3rd letter, D-E-N, the N is going to go right near the middle of the paper. So I'm just going to lightly block this in, just print it, and then the E, D, E, and then the D, trying to make it touch the top and the bottom of the space. I, S, and E. So by the time you get the letters printed here, you should have almost equal space on the front of the name and in the back of the name. So to do bubble letters, the great thing about a D is you just have to round out the outer edge. You don't really have to trace around it, and then you can do the inside. And so there isn't a lot of erasing or any erasing really that needs to be done. Then the E, you're going to go around the E. So you're going to go around the back, curve around the front, up, around the middle, up, and around. And since it's touching the top, I'm just going to have it run off the top. And then I erase the E that's inside. The N, again, I go around, curving. Whenever I bend around something, I kind of curve it to make it rounded like a bubble letter. Erase the N inside, the I, okay, and then I'm going to erase this line at the bottom because I don't need it anymore. It was just to help me make sure I got my letters evenly spaced out. So I'll do my last name down here, Jackson, J-A-C-K-S-O-N. So it's 7 letters. So that middle letter is going to go right in the middle. So J-A-C-K. So K is the middle letter. So that's going to go here in the middle. So I'm going to print that. Okay, so to do block letters, instead of doing the rounded edges, you're doing corners. Now I'm going to erase that line that's going across. So now I need to make my vanishing point. So I'm going to kind of find the middle. Doesn't have to be exact, and I'm going to put a little X there. And that's my vanishing point where everything lines up. So just like on the worksheet with the shapes, you're going to find the outer edge, put your pencil on it, put your ruler against the pencil, then turn your ruler to make it line up with the vanishing point, and you're going to draw your line. Your lines should never go through the letter itself. So let's see, the D will run into the E and stop. So now my E, and remember everything needs to line up evenly and touch that center stop. It shouldn't go all over, the line shouldn't crisscross over each other, and they shouldn't go to one side of the vanishing point. And draw light till you get it right. So I won't do these because these essentially would go through the letter to get to them. So the top of the N won't be done. But when I get to the top of the I, it can be done because I don't go through the I. I almost did with the way the I is drawn. So let me redraw the I and try again. Alright, so that's how you do bubble letters, going to the vanishing point. And now block letters, you just find the corner, the point of each of the letters. And if you don't go through the letter to get to it, you are going to draw a line. This is going to take you a while. There's no rushing this. And this curve here, I want to do just to show the bottom edge of the J. So mostly it's just pointy corners that you're drawing, but sometimes it is a curve, especially if it's an O or an S. And there's a few letters that might look a little odd, especially their placement. If they're placed really close to the center, where the vanishing point is, it's kind of hard to tell which line goes where. Okay, so there I've drawn all my lines, all the ends of my letters, or edges, the round edges of my letters to the vanishing point. And so that's step 3. Step 4 is asking you to chop them off. And I'll quickly show you how to do this, but you do not have to do it. What you're going to do is, when you're chopping something off, is you want to just kind of, the edge of this, you want to come and bring it out to here and redraw it. And then you erase the line that goes back towards there. So if it's a straight line, I like to use my ruler, line up my ruler, and then just push it up, and then draw my line. And then this line here, line my ruler, slide it over, then draw my line, and so then you can see how it's chopped off. But you do not have to do that. When you color this in, you're going to color it in the same way that you did for the worksheet. You're going to color dark near the vanishing point, and you're going to create a value scale of dark pressure, pressing hard, and lightening your pressure as you get towards the letter to create a value scale of from dark to light. And then the letter itself can be done in dark value or light value. It's up to you. And I take my colored pencil, I press hard on the outline, and then I go and I press hard. I start at the vanishing point, pressing hard and lightening my pressure as I get to the letter. And that's how you create your name in converging lines.